Good evening, everyone. I'd like to bring you the 28th and final City Council meeting in 2022 quarter. For a motion on tonight's agenda.
I'll make a motion to adopt tonight's agenda.
For a second.
Second.
Motion
Second.
Second. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Nelson, could you take the roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Harrington.
Aye.
Councilmember Ronning.
Aye. Aye.
Councilmember Plaisance.
Aye.
Councilmember Urkel.
Aye.
Mayor Voss.
Aye, and that motion passes. First item of tonight's agenda is our monthly report from the Sheriff's Office. Good evening, Shelley.
Good evening. Here's your report from November, which seems odd because it's almost January, but it'll work. Custodial arrests and significant events. DWI, there were 2 DWI arrests in November. One stop was a result of driving conduct. The other was the result of a property damage crash where a vehicle had run over a mailbox. The suspect vehicle and driver were located at a nearby gas station. Both drivers tested at a 0.19 blood alcohol content. Possession of stolen vehicle. Deputy Collier was running radar at Jackson Street and 189th Avenue Northeast when he saw a truck that appeared to have been spray painted black pass him. The truck was displaying a Cornerstone dealership license plate on the rear of the vehicle, but did not have a temporary registration displayed in the window. Deputy Collier began to follow the vehicle, and the vehicle ended up traveling east on Klondike Drive, then south onto Highway 65. Deputy Collier was suspicious about the vehicle being stolen and decided to conduct a traffic stop. He continued to follow and saw the vehicle turn onto 187th Lane Northeast, which he could have gotten onto by turning east on 189th, so he stopped the vehicle. The driver stated he did not have his license or insurance. The male suspect then advised that this was his girlfriend's vehicle that she had just purchased from a private seller. He did not have any proof of registration or sale. Deputy Collier pointed out that it was strange for the vehicle to have a dealership plate on it when purchased from a private party. Deputy Collier took down the VIN number, and after running that, the vehicle came back as stolen from Brooklyn Park. The notes said the vehicle was white and had a Tree Business lettering on the side. Deputy Collier placed the suspect under arrest for possession of stolen vehicle. In conducting a search of the vehicle, Deputy Collier located a meth pipe in the center console and 2 Minnesota license plates, which were registered to the stolen vehicle, in a pocket behind the front seat. He also saw a backpack containing a scale and small plastic baggies typically used to store illicit drugs. This backpack, which contained mail addressed to the suspect, also had 2 cans of black spray paint. The suspect claimed the spray paint was for his work and had nothing to do with the truck that was spray painted black. The suspect claimed his girlfriend did not have a phone, so no contact could be made with her. The suspect was transported to jail. Theft of mail. During the month of November, deputies received reports from 3 different complainants, 2 being businesses, 1 a resident, who reported having placed outgoing mail in their mailbox and it was stolen. 1 business did supply a description of the suspect vehicle being an older white Dodge Durango. It is not known if the other thefts involved the same suspect vehicle or different ones. In the residence incident, the victim learned of the mail theft when a check that was written for $500 was cashed for $900. The victim did notify her bank of the altered check. There is no suspect information other than the truck description. These thefts did occur on different days in different locations throughout the city. Possession of stolen vehicle. Deputy Wold received a call of a possible drunk driver being followed. The license plate registration showed the vehicle to be stolen out of Chisago County from the day before, and a female was listed as a possible suspect. Deputy Wold was able to catch up to the suspect vehicle and began to follow it. The suspect vehicle made several turns, then turned into a driveway, at which time Deputy Wold and Deputy Barrett made contact with the female driver. The female identified herself and said the vehicle belonged to her stepdad. The female did give a different name than what was listed as the possible suspect. The female stated her stepdad probably had called it in stolen because she had not returned it. The female did advise she did use that alias name that was given as a suspect, but she supplied the deputies with her true name. The suspect supplied Deputy Wold with a phone number to her stepdad. When Deputy Wold called the number, the male who answered said he was not the stepdad and the stepdad wasn't around. Deputy Wold then received a call from the same number with the same male who stated he was the stepdad. When Deputy Wold asked the male for his full name and date of birth, the male acted like he couldn't hear him. Deputy Wold advised the male the suspect that was in custody was going to be booked for possession of a stolen vehicle. During an inventory search of the vehicle, a hypodermic needle was located. This was located inside a bag that the female stated was hers. The female told Deputy Wold the hypodermic needle was hers as she is a diabetic. The female was not able to state which type of diabetes it was that she has. The suspect was then transported to jail. Investigator Strecker was able to make contact with the vehicle owner, who was not the female suspect's stepfather. The vehicle owner advised he had met the female approximately a year ago and she had shown up unexpectedly at his door. He let her into the house and she was talking with his brother, so he went to sleep. When he woke up early the next morning, the female was gone, as was his vehicle. He had never given her permission to take the vehicle. So that is all the significant events that we had in November, which is, good that it's not a lot, but we have seen an uptick in stolen vehicles throughout all of Anoka County. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with that, but I know we had 2 here, and then I know that there's been some others. And like that second one, it was, kind of an acquaintance kind of stealing the vehicle, but that is still charged out, and especially, if they've never been allowed to use it and they just take it.
Great, thank you, Shelby. Any questions from council? Yes, not? Thank you, Shelley.
Have a good night, and everyone be safe with New Year's coming up. I know that the bars and restaurants are still not open, but there are still people out there on the roads who are driving impaired, so make sure you all stay safe.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Okay, on to our fire department report. Sean?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This is a report for November, and yes, it does seem a little bit strange, being almost January. So in November, we answered 60 calls. 42 of those were medical related. We had a couple fires during the month. One was a manufactured home that was a total loss. And we assisted neighboring fire department in a fire that they had. We did have our first water ice rescue, and actually at that part of the month it was water rescue, where a duck hunter was feared to be missing in the mud arm part of Coon Lake. It turned out he had left his boat, and as the sheriff's office searched with the drones and the airboats, he came paddling up in his canoe, and all was good. As far as November went, we did see a big uptick in possible COVID cases, and we're glad that we were able to get through that month relatively healthy. As of right now, year to date, we've answered 694 calls. Last year's total was 685, so we are ahead of last year. On another note, the firefighters are going to start being vaccinated if they wish this Wednesday. And Anoka County Health Department is working on the distribution and the administrating the shots. We've been working real hard on trying to come up with the plan, and it looks like it's all coming together. All the fire and police chiefs and emergency managers have worked real hard to make Anoka County a safer place. Now, our firefighters have been polled whether or not they're interested in getting the vaccine, and those that are interested, as I said, can start getting that on Wednesdays through the county. That's all I've got, Mayor.
Okay, thanks, Mark. Any questions for Chief tonight?
Say, Mark, I have a question. Do you have any concerns about people in entrance onto Coon Lake? I know somebody went through 2 weeks ago and the ice is heaving there. I don't know, is there things we should be watching out for or things to be worried about there?
Well, from a professional standpoint, ice is never safe. It doesn't matter if there's 24 inches or 6 inches of ice. So if you're going out on the ice, you need to be sure that the ice is safe. And the easiest way and the most preferred way that I like is actually carrying a metal bar, and I actually can sound the ice in front of me. The place where that person went through the ice, and incidentally on that incident, fire rescue or the police were not needed and were not called. Where they went through, historically, that's kind of a place where we have pressure ridges form. And if you would, I think it was last year, Counselor, where we had a car that had gone through in almost the exact area. So, be aware, if you got 14 inches of ice one area, you might not have 14 inches elsewhere. I know on some of the bigger lakes in northern Minnesota, they're just recently allowing ice houses out, but they're not allowing any vehicles yet. And that could change throughout the week, but the ice is always dangerous. It doesn't matter if it's December 28th or it doesn't matter if it's February 1st. The ice conditions change all the time, so be careful.
Okay, anything else for Chief? All right, thanks, Mark.
Okay, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Next on our agenda is the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to adopt tonight's consent agenda. I would like to pull item J as in John.
Okay, is there a second to the motion?
I'll second it.
Suzanne seconds. I'd like to pull also item K.
And I'd like to pull some items. A, B, H, I. And that's it. You guys have J and K.
Okay, any other discussion? To the motion, Mr. Nelson, can you take roll call vote?
Councilmember Harrington.
Aye.
Councilmember Ronning.
Aye.
Councilmember Plassance.
Aye.
Councilmember Urkel.
Aye.
Mayor Voss.
Aye, that motion passes. Suzanne, item A.
Item A is the bills list, and I just have a couple of questions. Not that anything's wrong, but to help my understanding. On page 16, it says building inspection permit refund for professional mechanical services of $100. It didn't make sense to me. I just want clarification on that.
Suzanne, that was a permit that was canceled.
Okay.
So we just refunded the applicant their money.
Okay, I think that the check name, I don't know, the whole thing didn't make sense to me, so. And then a little further down, it says fixed assets, there's 4 of them, and it's for land. And can you explain what those are about?
Yes, the first three are expenses that we had to pay for the hearings commissioner prior to the cancellation of the valuation hearing for the Peril Gas property. The last one was for the sealing of the well at the Peril Gas property.
All right, and that's all. I'll make a motion to approve item A on the consent agenda.
Your second?
Second.
Okay, second, any discussion? Nelson, can you take roll call vote?
Councilmember Harrington.
Aye.
Councilmember Ronning.
Aye.
Councilmember Plassance.
Aye.
Councilmember Urkel.
Aye.
Mayor Voss.
Aye, that motion passes. Suzanne, item B.
Okay, item B is the draft minutes for December 7th, City Council work meeting. And I still have a little issue with them. It just confuses me when they don't put work meeting up on the very top of the header, where it just says East Bethel City Council meeting. And it's okay on the first and second pages of it, but when you start flipping back and forth, then I'm thinking I'm looking at a city council meeting and I want the work meeting, or I'm looking at the work meeting and I'm looking for the city council meeting. So if they could make that header city council work meeting, I'd appreciate it. And then on page 21, towards just below the middle of the page, it says Urkel asked if there was a fee currently for burning permit, and Ducharme responded that was correct. Well, that's not what was said. That doesn't even make sense. I think I asked if there was a fee, and he said there was currently no fee. So I think that should be corrected. And then lower it says, Ronning asked if they wanted to eliminate anyone from the city to be able to obtain a permit. And I don't know, I don't think that's what was said because it doesn't make sense, but it might be. Let me see if there's anything else I highlighted. I thought there was. Nope, that's it. So I'll make a motion to approve item B of the consent agenda.
With the changes.
With the changes. Sorry,
Second to the motion?
Tom seconded.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tom? Okay. Any discussion? Hearing none, Mr. Nelson, can you take roll call vote, please?
Motion to approve the minutes as amended. Councilmember Harrington.
Aye.
Councilmember Ronning.
Aye.
Councilmember Plassance.
Aye.
Councilmember Urkel.
Aye.
Mayor Voss.
Aye, that motion passes. Suzanne, item H.
All right, and that is the updated bills list. And let's see if I can find it again. Yeah,
46.
this is, I feel so unorganized doing this by paper. All right, it's on page 46. I'm confused about the Met Council payments because there's building inspection, SAC remittance, Met Council, $12,740. Then lower it's sewer operations, professional service fees, Met Council, environmental services for $2,912. So what are we getting for these payments to the Met Council again? I mean, did they loan us money and we're paying them back for this sewer water, or is this a monthly charge? I'm still really confused about why we pay the Met Council so much money, and every month the amounts are so much different.
Well, the first one you mentioned, Suzanne, is the SAC fee, and that's paid by the person that connects. It's not by the city. So we pay Met Council, and then the remitter pays us that reimbursement charge. So that's not money that we get that money back. So there were 4 connections made during that month. Each one of them was $31.80. The $12,740 was the fee for that. And then if we paid that within the early time period payment, we get a $127 discount.
Okay,
The last one are flow charges. That's what we pay each month for the amount of sewer that comes into the plant that they treat. And that's estimated on an annual basis and billed monthly.
so the Met Council does a treatment, we don't have our own maintenance people that do the treatment?
That's correct. Met Council owns and operates the plant.
And then, so we're like renting it from them, is that?
No, we don't have anything to do with the sewer plant. They own it exclusively and operate it exclusively. And then what flow they received, and we're charged for the treatment, just like any other municipality, the other 107 members in the Met Council sewer system.
Okay, I will make I think I'm beginning to understand this whole Met Council stuff, and I apologize, but to me, it's like kind of confusing. I'll make a motion to approve item H on the consent agenda.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Randy seconds. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Nelson, could you take roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Harrington.
Aye.
Councilmember Ronning.
Aye.
Councilmember Plaisance.
Aye.
Councilmember Urkel.
Aye.
Mayor Voss.
Aye. That motion passes. Suzanne, item I.
So item I is a 2021 fee schedule, and when I looked through all the fees that were listed there, they all said it was blank under proposed change. But then this says that there's going to be the synopsis of what's in there. It says that there's establishing a flat fee, and there's going to be an increased fee for doors and permits. And the city just raised taxes. I don't think, and fees are actually another form of a tax. And I don't really think we should be raising any fees right now. So that's my issue with that
Do
one.
you have a specific question on this?
No, but I don't want to vote for it.
Okay. Is there a motion on item I?
You asked for a second?
We need a motion first.
I'll make a motion to approve item I on the consent agenda.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made second. Discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Nelson, could you take roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Harrington.
Aye.
Councilmember Ronning.
Aye.
Councilmember Plaisance.
Aye.
Councilmember Urkel.
Nay.
Mayor Voss.
Aye. That motion passes. Tim, item J.
I just want to thank Mr. Matt Herzog for 15 and a half years of being a firefighter at Station 1. He was a big asset, and I just want to say good luck in your whatever you decide to do in the future. And thanks again. And with that, I'll approve item J as written.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion made second. Discussion?
I would like to second that and thank him for his service too.
15 years is pretty good. Any other discussion? Mr. Nelson, could you take roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Harrington.
Aye.
Councilmember Ronning.
Aye.
Councilmember Plaisance.
Aye.
Councilmember Urkel.
Aye.
Mayor Voss.
Aye. That motion passes. And item K is the resolution recertifying a tax increment financing District 11. Jack, I just had a question. So taxes payable in 2021, that's when we'll first start seeing them pay the property tax then?
That's correct, Mr. Mayor. And just to point out what TIF does, when this property was certified as a TIF district, the valuation on the property, the 6 acres, was $48,900. Today, it's 4.4 million. What that means was in 2013, when this was done, that the total taxes paid on that property were $1,470. And now the tax amount due in 2021 will be $128,700, of which the city will get approximately $50,000. This district was paid off. It was a 9-year term, and it was paid off in 6.5 years. So this is a great advantage in showing what TIF can do as an economic development tool for assisting in financing worthy projects.
So why is it able to be paid off so much earlier?
Because the valuation went up quicker or faster than was originally projected. So as the valuation went up, then the total taxes collected increased.
Good. Okay, with that, I'll move resolution 2020-83, a resolution decertifying tax increment financing district 1-1. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made second, discussion. Hearing none. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Harrington.
Aye.
Councilmember Ronnie.
Aye.
Councilmember Plaisance.
Aye.
Councilmember Urkel.
Aye.
Mayor Voss.
Aye, and that motion passes. On to, there's no new business on the department reports. Jack.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Item 7.0G, Animal Control Services Contract. On October 12, 2020, the East Bethel City Council directed staff to request proposals for the city's animal control service. Staff advertised for RFPs in the Anoka Union, the League of Minnesota Cities website, the city's website, and cable channel 10. Mail packets were sent to Gratitude Farms, North Metro Animal Control Care, and David and Michelle Russell. The RFPs were required to be submitted to the city by December 3rd, 2020. Proposals were received from Gratitude Farms and North Metro Animal Care and Control. The purpose of the request for proposals was to evaluate the qualifications, service level, cost, competence, professionalism, and capacity of those seeking to be selected as the provider of the animal control services for the city of East Bethel. On December 14th, 2020, the East Bethel City Council reviewed the proposals and selected Gratitude Farms for the city's animal control services contract. The city's objective was to select a contract that would provide the best service at a competitive cost. The city was not obligated to award the contract based on cost alone. The contract that's in your packet for approval tonight is identical to the contract that was approved on January 17, 2018, with the following exceptions. Under statement of work, contractor shall furnish all labor, equipment, and services performed necessary for the performance of the job of dog catcher, and confining jobs was changed to contractor shall furnish all labor, equipment, and services performed for the jobs of dog and animal catcher, confining dogs and other animals for the city, as set forth below in an efficient workmanlike manner in accordance with this contract, and kennelling, sheltering dogs and other animals on the premises of the contractor. Contractor shall comply with all federal, state, and local laws and ordinances in performing the duties of those specified herein. Also, other references to dogs in the contract also includes other animals. The cost for service for this contract to the city shall be a flat fee of $250 per month, as opposed to a retainer and unit cost for the charges for services in the previous contract. Exhibit A contains the fees that owners of the animals to claim an impounded animal must pay Gratitude Farms to reclaim their animal. And item 7 authorizes the contractor to apprehend and retain dogs and other animals, and or if requested, issue citations for violations of city ordinance related thereto, was changed to the city authorizes the contractor to apprehend and retain dogs and other animals for violation of city ordinances related thereto. Item 8, the issuance of a city dog license shall be done by appointment by the contractor at no additional cost to the city was removed. As indicated previously, the proposed contract is presented in attachment 1 in your packet. Gratitude Farms fees are comparable to neighboring localities in terms of both cost and services provided. Gratitude Farms is a licensed kennel with the Minnesota Board of Animal Health. Ms. Gimple has a city interim use permit for the operation of a business at her 22359 Baton Street location. Gratitude Farms fees have not increased since the inception of their service and are actually decreasing in the proposal for this contract extension. The budget for animal control services for 2020 is $8,000 and projected cost for this year are $4,000. Cost for 2021 will be set at $3,000 with approval of this contract. Staff recommends that City Council consider approval of the animal services contract as exhibited in attachment 1 with Tammy Gimple doing business as Gratitude Farms for the term of January 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2023.
Is there a motion on this?
Move for adoption of the action referring to Gratitude Farms described by the city administrator.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, motion made and second. Discussion.
I would like to amend the motion. In the packet on page 67, at the bottom of the page, item number 19, records, availability, and retention. And at the very last sentence on page 67 is the contractor agrees that an updated and maintained website or approved social media site is required as a term of this contract, and at a minimum will provide the bullet points below. My concern is with the second bullet point. It says prominent identification on the website as the animal control officer for the city of East Bethel. My feeling is that the words on the website should be removed because this is a bullet point that is underneath describing the website and or social media site. And so therefore I would like it to change it to read prominent identification as the animal control officer for the city of East Bethel.
So that's your motion to amend.
That is my motion to amend.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made a second. Discussion to the motion to amend. Seeing nothing. Nelson, please take roll call vote.
On the motion to amend, Councilmember Harrington.
Nay.
Councilmember Ronning.
Aye.
Councilmember Plassance.
Aye.
Councilmember Urkel.
Aye. Aye.
Mayor Voss.
Aye, and that motion passes. So now back to the original motion as amended. Is there any further discussion?
I have some things I need to discuss, clarify. The first thing I want to say, what is vehicle compliance? Because this doesn't really say, and we've had complaints that her vehicle has not been in compliance, other than having the signs on the door. But I read somewhere that they have to have cages that the animals have to be transported in, that they can't be just loose. And there have been photos of her transporting dogs without a cage. So do you have that information?
Mrs. Gimple does have magnetic signs that she can place on her vehicle to provide identification. As to the claim for transportation of dogs without kennels, it's not always necessary to have that kennel. This has been investigated and commented on by the Minnesota Board of Animal Health and also the Anoka County Sheriff's Department that says that she was in compliance. As to the photographs shown, if those were in effect photographs that were taken of her.
Okay.
To the contract though, Jack, is there anything in the contract about kenneling the dogs during transport?
No, she just has to comply with the Minnesota Board of Animal Health regulations.
Okay, so it's nothing specific to the
No.
contract. All right.
Okay. On page 2, There's just a typo that's in this contract and the old one, and at the bottom, under reporting, the second bullet, it says the data of impound, and I think it's supposed to say date. And then I want to go to the page that talks about the maintained website or approved social media site. First, everybody doesn't have Facebook, and that's the only social media site she's on. I think she needs to be on more. I think if she's going to be a professional, she needs to have a real website. However, that's my thought. And her information should be in every single one of our East Bethel newsletters for the people who have no internet access, so they can have easy access to her information. But as far as her Facebook page goes, she has a link to a site on her Facebook page. It's called All About Ed. And I know some of you have seen it. After the last meeting, she posted, or not her, but her business partner, the same person who sent the email being critical of Northwest Metro. I don't want to say the names, but that's the same person. She titled it "Irk the Jerk," did a big clown face and totally slammed me, insulted me, was extremely rude, made fun of the fact that I stutter sometimes, totally obnoxious comments. Read down, she accuses somebody of having an affair with somebody. A lot of gossip on there. She should not have such an unprofessional, disgusting link on her website. The city is going to be associated with it. That is not professional. That's not a workmanlike manner. That already violates the contract. Is there anything else on there? That's all I've got to say about this whole thing. That's my discussion.
So you have the two changes to the contract, about data to date. Well, just the one.
Yes.
Okay.
The one change in my suggestions of more access to people who don't have internet, and other putting it on Nextdoor, and people, because even if people have Facebook, people get banned from Facebook all the time for up to 30 days. And if they have a pet, they'll never be able to find it for 30 days.
Jack, do we have the number for the ACO on our website?
It's on there somewhere, but we can make it more prominent, so that maybe it is a front page or just a one-click link to access that, but it is on there.
I think we can make that change. That will help accommodate those who don't have electronic access. They can call. Well, I guess they'd have to go to the website first, but they can call City Hall basically to get the number. So, and putting it in the newsletter is fine, but that's only 4 or 5 times a year, so that's not going to be a good reference.
We will put that in the spring newsletter. The winter newsletter was sent to the printers last Wednesday, so it'll be in the hands of residents. Probably the second week in January, so it won't be in there, but we'll make sure it's in the spring newsletter.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is there any other discussion? Hey, to the motion, Mr. Nelson, can you take roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Harrington.
Nay.
Councilmember Running.
Aye.
Councilmember Plassance.
Aye.
Councilmember Urkel.
I am voting aye with the option to bring it up again for reconsideration.
Mayor Voss.
Aye. Chris, can you explain how that would work?
Reconsideration would have to be in this meeting. Mayor and council members, a motion to reconsider or reconsideration would have to be in this meeting. The item can be brought up again separately in a subsequent meeting. It wouldn't be a reconsideration at that point. It would just be a new item for business, but it can be brought back up. But reconsideration would occur within this meeting.
Okay. And I voted aye, so that motion passes. On to item G2.
Item G2, January 4th, 2021 work meeting. Our monthly work meeting is scheduled for January 4th, 2021 at 7 p.m. At this time, staff has no items that require discussions for the January work meeting. Unless council has matters that need attention, staff recommends that the January 4th, 2021 work meeting.
Anyone have any items, pressing items you want to discuss at work meeting? Otherwise, we'll just cancel that meeting in January.
I'm gonna make a motion to cancel the January 4th, 2021 work meeting.
Second.
Motion made second. Discussion? Okay, hearing none. Mr. Nelson, if you take roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Harrington.
Aye.
Councilmember Running.
Aye.
Councilmember Plassance.
Aye.
Councilmember Urkel.
Aye.
Mayor Voss.
Aye, that motion passes. On the staff report.
I have nothing further to add except to wish everybody a happy new year and hope we see a better 2021 than 2020.
Thanks, Jack. Council report, Suzanne.
I have nothing. Thank you. Happy New Year.
Tim.
First of all, I'd like to thank Tom and Randy for their service on the city council. You know, we needed all of us to make the city move forward. We did. Your time on the city council, I think the city's taken some big steps here, and hopefully we can continue to do that and still stay rural. And I too would just like to wish everybody a happy, safe, and healthy 2021.
Randy.
Well, I would like to thank the citizens of East Bethel for their support, and thank you, Tim, and the rest of council for your appreciation and being able to work together to make the city of East Bethel a better place to live. So stay safe. Happy New Year. Thank you very much, East Bethel.
Tom.
Well, this is my last evening. I had a couple things. In my time with the city council, I think I've worked with 10 different people, 10 different members through elections and what have you. One thing that kind of rings common, it's not really known, but it's an impression I get, is people come in with an idea that we're going to control with taxes, we're going to cut taxes, we're going to cut expenses and different things like that. And quite frankly, the city's been extremely responsible as far as equipment, expenses, taxes. When I came in, we had some economic issues. I believe Jack can correct me. I think it was 2015 budget. Did we have a 15 point something percent increase?
Yeah, the levy increase for that year was approximately 15%.
15%. And quite frankly, I didn't have any issue with it. I understand we are the same, similar to a business. If we owe something, we have to pay for it. The only way you can raise the money to pay for it is to increase the assessments. And with the exception of that 1 year, out of 8 years, we've been dead in the middle. We're not high, we're not low, we're average in the middle. And if we owe something, I don't mind paying it. Doesn't bother me a bit. I'm saying that on the way out the door. We've been privileged to make some pretty nice improvements with the city services, with the businesses, etc. And we try to remind everybody, most of us know it, when we make issues or promises that we're going to do something when we get into council, nobody does anything by themselves. All the things that we've done and have worked on and have improved, we refinanced some bonds, I think we saved about 3.5, maybe a little more money on that without adding time to the backup. That's a council action. That's no one person, that's no 2 or 3 people. That's the council complete, all together, working together. We don't always see eye to eye together, but when it's all done, it's the council. It's not any one person or 2. And that's what makes this group good, is that, my experience has been a council that works together. 99.99% of the time works together and accomplishes good things for the city. One thing for Suzanne, that comment about what I said, you were correct. I owe you an apology for that. And I do apologize for, I misheard, misunderstood, whatever it was, and I was wrong. But at the same time, I also have to comment that at the end of that, what you said, you accused all of us of bullying. Sounded like it was really common, everyday thing that the whole council is bullying you. Now that's a pretty wide open comment that is hurtful. It's hurtful to the council. It's hurtful how the community might perceive it. And that's all I can say about that. I hope you reconsider something. You said that you heard it from somebody else. But that, whatever it was, hurtful or something or other, I read that thing. I didn't catch on who it was. I must be the dumbest guy in the block or something, but it didn't make any sense to me. I hope there's others out there that didn't take it the way it was apparently meant. And with that, Happy New Year for everybody. This has been a rewarding 2 terms, 8 years. I've not enjoyed all of it, but when you look at the whole picture, this has been a tremendous experience. And I appreciate working with everybody we all pitch in. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Tom, and thank to both Randy and Tom for serving on council. It's as we all know, it's more than just 2 meetings a month. It's you know, it's dedication, and I mean, it's these last many years have been a good example of how, you know, we can have differing views and on things, but still work together and get our views across and be respectful. And in the end, you know that we're all trying to do best for the city. So I thank to both of you. And all I have is Happy New Year to everyone. Be safe. 2021 will be a far different year, and hopefully be improvement for everyone involved. So with that, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second by Randy. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Nelson, can you take roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Harrington.
Aye.
Councilmember Ronay.
Aye.
Councilmember Plassance.
Aye.
Councilmember Urkel.
Aye.
Mayor Voss.
Aye. And with that, our motion passes. Our meeting's adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Happy New Year.
Hey, Jack, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Is it possible to put this on YouTube or something so people can watch it live?
It is on YouTube, Suzanne. All you have to
It
do is
is.
log on to the city's YouTube website and you can watch it live.
Okay, somebody asked me that today and I guess I didn't know. So I'm a little embarrassed, but okay, great. Thanks.
Okay, no problem. Bye-bye. City Beach Bevel Jack, they was speaking.